Good morning, family. This is Ricky, and welcome to Hope for Today. It's the 11th of September, the year of our Lord 2023. God bless you real good, family. It is Monday, so you know what we do on Monday. Get up out your bed, bend the knee. Thank God for another day. Let's go, guys. Come on. It's September 11th. Let's wake up and go. We're going to act like a thing is so, even though it ain't so, in order that it might be so, because God said so. Hey, for all of this next several weeks of Hope for Today, I'm going to be talking to you about God's vision of discipleship in the book of 2 Timothy. We're going to walk through 2 Timothy pretty much verse by verse to have our souls filled about how all God is doing in us is to so stir us up and equip us so we can be change agents for His glory in the earth. If you're watching me right now, you're a world changer. And God says the way you change the world is through discipleship. So excited to get into this book. Read the book, because we're going to be coming on at it every single morning as we talk about God's great vision of discipleship, from this father in the faith, Paul, to this son in the faith, Timothy. Not really going to read a verse today, but I am thinking about chapter 4. In verse 8, we'll kind of start going back. Verse 7 says, I fought the good fight, I finished the race, I've kept the faith. Henceforth, there is laid up for me the crown of righteousness with the Lord. The righteous judge will award to me on that day. You know, we look at the book of 2 Timothy as a last will and testament letter. We believe in the church that this is Paul's last letter that he would have written not too long before he would have been executed for his faith and for his working on the faith of Jesus Christ. We've always envisioned this picture of Paul writing the letter from jail, but I'll never forget, a few years ago, I was with a scholar named Dr. Doug Campbell of Duke University, one of the most foremost Pauline scholars in the world, and he had a consortium of us PhD students. And he had just completed an archaeological dig where we think Paul would have been executed the Austrian way. And they discovered deep down in the ground these long, deep holes. All of these cylindrical holes in the ground, 12 to 20 feet deep. And he noticed that just on the other side was what they had already known, a bunch of skulls separated from their bones. And now they deduced that 2 Timothy was not so much written from the jail cell as it was written from the bottom of one of these holes, as we'll believe that what the Romans would do before they executed you, at least in this area where Paul is, was dump you in a hole for a few days or a few weeks, just to get you to suffer that much more before you were eventually beheaded. The picture then for verse 7 is not Paul from the confines of a jail cell saying, I fought the good fight, but we actually think now that it's Paul in the bottom of a 20-foot hole, and he's staring up at Luke, who's writing down his words to encourage Timothy, and he says from a hole, I fought the good fight. I finished my race. You may be watching this Monday, and for whatever reason, you're in a hole right now. You're in a hole financially. You're in a hole physically. You're in a hole with respect to your business. You're in a hole with respect to your marriage. But let me tell you something right now. If God can use Paul in a hole, I declare He can do something for you in one. Keep the faith, finish your course, and hold on, because God still has a plan for you. It's going to be a good week. That's Hope for Today. I'll see you next time.